Alright, let's talk about 12 months. So, this is kind of a collaboration between Toei Animation and Soyuzmultfilm. So, yeah, those are the biggest animation companies in Japan and Russia, respectfully. And yeah, I've covered quite a handful of each of their works by now. So yeah, so basically, this is a Japanese movie with some input from Russia. And as a matter of fact, I've previously reviewed another movie based on this same story from Soyuzmultfilm. So yeah, so yeah, I've covered the story before, and I do remember I had a few little criticisms about it, and there were definitely good aspects too. But yeah, I do remember a few little criticisms I made, like we have this spoiled young queen character who's about the same age as the protagonist, if not maybe like a year or so younger, maybe. And then there's also like this wicked stepmother and stepsister, the Cinderella deal. And yeah, one of my complaints with the other movie was that the queen seemed a lot worse than the stepmother and stepsister. Like she's like a tyrant in the old one, and yeah, whereas the other two, they're just kind of your typical, lazy, greedy jerks, and yeah, the queen is kind of sadistic in that one. But yeah, this one greatly improves on that. They kind of make the stepmother and stepsister a fair bit worse. Like, they're a lot more scheming and weaselly, and in fact, the stepsister is kind of the real mastermind of the duo. Like, she kind of comes up with all the little plans, and kind of a running gag throughout the movie is the stepmother kind of admiring her intelligence. I mean, you can say it's kind of pride for her daughter, but yeah, it's kind of like the stepsister's like the real main villain, and the stepmother's kind of more like the the sidekick or whatever. So it's kind of funny. Let's see. But yeah, meanwhile, the queen, she's a lot less nasty in this one. Like, she's definitely spoiled, and but they make it pretty clear from the beginning that she's mostly misunderstood. She's you know, she's kind of yeah, she's definitely selfish, but a lot of her selfish moments come with a an air of that she's not that bad, because well, for one thing, I do remember in the old one she sent someone to be executed instead of pardoned, just because I guess, or yeah, I think I remember because the word execution just sounded fancier, made her sound more intelligent. So yeah. But in this one, while she does do pretty much the same thing, instead of the guy, or yeah, instead of the you know convict or whatever you know, instead of the accused being executed, he's just kind of punished, and he's forced into labor, into like building the, or paving the streets or whatever. And it does obviously leave a door open that he can be freed at the end after the queen undergoes her little redemption. Yeah. So yeah, she's definitely a lot less evil in this one. So you can at least, and instead of like threatening the main character by like stealing her winter clothes and threatening to leave her to freeze out in the snow, she just kind of takes her ring, and obviously she doesn't know what the ring's supposed to do, so she just kind of threatens to chuck it into the lake that's nearby. And yeah, so basically she just doesn't know what she's doing, and so yeah, she's a bit of a naughty girl, but yeah, definitely less evil than in the old movie. And also I like her design, and because she's not super evil, I like her all the more than in the old one. In the old one, I did enjoy her. She was probably my favorite character, but the fact that she was so nasty, kind of, held it back a bit. But yeah, here, since she's just kind of misunderstood, yeah, I'd say she kind of steals the movie. Let's see. And then another criticism I had was regarding the months and how they're portrayed at like different ages. January and February seem to be the two oldest ones, with February probably being the oldest out of all of them. But January's still kind of the leader of the group, and yeah, I think April's still supposed to be the youngest, even though he's or yeah, I mean, I still can't really wrap my head around how like the whole thing's supposed to work. I think somebody tried to explain it to me, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just stupid. I don't know. But yeah, thankfully in this one they don't like. It's less overbearing about like all these months. Granted, you don't really get to know any of them individually like in the old one, but well, it does kind of, make you think about that less. But yeah, that's just me. I mean, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm some genius who can figure out like all the little themes they have in these stories. I'm just figuring everything out best I can. Also, I suppose the designs of the months are not quite as interesting as they looked in the old one, because that one, they all had like very distinguishable appearances. This one, they're just all dudes in cloaks, and instead of some of them being kids, some of them are just or it seems like the youngest ones are like teenagers or something. But yeah, it doesn't force you to think about what I was like forced thinking about in the old one. So yeah, that's definitely something. And let me see, was there anything else I noticed in this movie? I mean, those are the two main ones, right? But yeah, also I think the story is told very coherently. I mean, I'd have to watch the old one again just to, remember how well it was told and how well I was able to figure out everything happening. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, this one, everything's very direct. You can, figure the story out as it's going along, and yeah, it's got a good enough flow that yeah. And then, I mean, on top of all that, I thought the animation was really good. Um, I watched an English dub again, and well, thankfully the English dub is a lot better than the one that I watched yesterday. I mean, it wasn't like fantastic or anything, but yeah, it was good. I think all the voice actors played their part well enough. Yeah, it was good voice acting, great animation, solid flow. Um, yeah, I actually quite like this one. Yeah, from what I understand, this is the third of a series of movies from Toei. Let me see. What's it called? Toei's World Masterpiece Fairy Tales. So yeah, I reviewed Wild Swans and Thumbelina, and if I remember correctly, I didn't really like either of those. And then we also got an adaptation of Swan Lake coming up, and then after that, an adaptation of Aladdin. So yeah, yeah. But yeah, so far this is my favorite of the bunch. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give this movie an 8 out of 10. And, you'll have to search around a bit for like a good copy, because even the version I watched, the picture was very low quality. Somebody ripped it straight off a VHS tape, so. And, it gets a little staticky at parts. Also, the movie's kind of split into segments, each segment is like a different video, so. But yeah, I was able to watch the movie fine, all things considered, so yeah, and follow along with everything. But yeah, if you can find a good version anywhere online, assuming that version might have been taken down already, I don't know. Yeah, just feel free to check this movie out. I think, I think it was a good movie. And, yep, as usual, if there's anything else I need to add, I'll put it in the comments. And I'll just leave it at that for now. Mash it and smash it, signing off.